Zen is not a philosophy you memorize, it's a way of seeing, a way of returning to the simplicity that has always been here, beneath the noise of our thoughts. In this video, we'll explore 7 essential Zen teachings that have guided seekers for centuries. These teachings are not rules or commandments. They're invitations. Invitations to breathe, to notice, to let go, and to rediscover the quiet wisdom already living within you. As we move through each teaching, allow the visuals and the words to settle gently into your awareness. No need to analyze, no need to judge. Just listen and let the mind soften. Zen begins when we stop trying to understand life and start experiencing it directly. Teaching 1. Be here now. Zen begins with presence, the simple, radical act of being fully here. Most of us live in a constant tug-of-war between the past and the future. We replay old memories, rehearse imaginary conversations, and worry about things that may never happen. Zen invites us to return to the only moment that ever truly exists. This one. When you breathe consciously, when you feel the weight of your body, when you listen without trying to respond, you step into presence. And in presence, life becomes vivid. Colors sharpen, sounds deepen, the mind quiets. You realize that peace isn't something you chase. It's something you uncover by paying attention. Presence is not a skill to master. It's a homecoming. Teaching 2. Let go of attachments. Zen teaches that suffering arises not from life itself, but from our attachment to how we think life should be. We cling to people, outcomes, identities, and expectations. We hold tightly, believing that control will keep us safe. But attachment is like gripping a rope. The tighter we hold, the more it burns. Non-attachment doesn't mean indifference. It means allowing things to come and go without losing yourself in the process. It means loving deeply without trying to possess. It means accepting change instead of resisting it. When you loosen your grip, life becomes lighter. You begin to flow with experience instead of fighting against it. Letting go is not a loss. It's a liberation. Teaching 3. The mind is like water. Zen often compares the mind to water. When water is still, it reflects everything clearly. When it's agitated, the reflection becomes distorted. Our thoughts work the same way. When the mind is restless, every problem feels bigger, every emotion feels heavier, and every decision feels urgent. But when the mind settles, clarity returns. Zen meditation is the practice of letting the sediment of thought sink naturally. You don't force the mind to be quiet, you simply stop stirring it. With time, the water clears on its own. In this clarity, you see life as it is, not as your fears or desires paint it. A calm mind doesn't mean an empty mind. It means a mind that responds instead of reacts. Teaching 4. Everything is impermanent. Impermanence is one of the most liberating teachings of Zen. Everything changes, the seasons, our bodies, our relationships, our emotions, even our beliefs. Nothing stays the same and nothing lasts forever. At first, this can feel unsettling. But when you embrace impermanence, you begin to appreciate the beauty of each moment. You stop taking things for granted. You stop resisting change. You stop clinging to what must eventually pass. Impermanence teaches us gratitude, teaches us humility. It teaches us to love fully, knowing that every experience is a temporary gift. When you understand impermanence, you stop trying to freeze life, and instead, you learn to dance with it. Teaching 5. Simplicity is freedom. Zen celebrates simplicity not as an aesthetic, but as a way of being. Our lives are often cluttered with unnecessary possessions, obligations, and mental noise. We chase more, believing it will make us happier. But Zen reminds us that freedom comes from less, not more. When you simplify your environment, your mind becomes lighter. When you simplify your schedule, your days become clearer. When you simplify your thoughts, your inner world becomes peaceful. Simplicity is not about deprivation. It's about choosing what truly matters and letting go of what doesn't. It's about creating space. Space to breathe, space to think, space to simply exist. In simplicity, you rediscover the quiet joy of being alive. Teaching 6. Observe without judgment. Zen invites us to observe life without labeling it as good or bad, right or wrong. Judgment creates tension. It divides the world into categories and traps us in constant evaluation. But when you observe without judgment, you experience reality directly. You notice sensations, emotions, and thoughts without attaching stories to them. You allow things to be as they are. This doesn't mean you stop caring or making choices. It means you stop reacting automatically. You create a space between stimulus and response, a space where wisdom can arise. Non-judgment softens the heart. It dissolves resistance. It helps you see yourself and others with compassion. When you stop judging, you start understanding. Teaching 7. Live with intention. Zen teaches that every action, no matter how small, can be an expression of intention. Drinking tea, walking, speaking, listening, each becomes meaningful when done with awareness. Intention is not about striving or forcing. It's about aligning your actions with your values. When you live intentionally, you stop drifting through life on autopilot. You choose how you show up. You choose what you give your energy to. You choose what you cultivate within yourself. Intention turns ordinary moments into sacred ones. It transforms routine into ritual. It reminds you that your life is shaped not by grand gestures, but by the quiet consistency of your daily choices. These 7 Zen teachings are not destinations, they are practices. Gentle reminders to return to yourself again and again. Presence, letting go, clarity, impermanence, simplicity, non-judgment, intention. You don't need to master them. You only need to remember them. Even one mindful breath can shift your entire day. As you move forward, carry these teachings lightly. Let them guide you, not pressure you. Zen is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you already are beneath the noise. Thank you for sharing this time. May your path be peaceful, your mind be clear, and your heart be free. If you like this type of content, please consider to like, share, and comment.